This is a message that goes out especially to those of you who like to comment on social media. I want you to know I love you. I'm not against you. I got into this because I was getting caught up in it myself. You want to comment when you see all this stuff. You see something you know is wrong, and you want to either comment about how to fix it or how wrong it is, or add some information. There's so many things we do, but you don't need me to tell you that on social media these days, whatever format you're watching this on, YouTube, Facebook, wherever, on social media these days, it's just almost a joke. People just fight at each other. And the truth is, when we just randomly panic and start lashing out at people, or if we try to be defensive when somebody confronts us, that is the one thing that can actually guarantee that we're not going to get anywhere in that conversation. That's actually just the worst possible thing that we can do. I don't know why it's the go-to, because it's the one guarantee we're going to fail. If you come at me and you say, you're wrong about this, and I point my finger right back at you and say, no, you're wrong, I'm totally right, and I don't even listen to what you're trying to say, I'm not going to convince you. I might convince myself. If a miracle happens, I might convince somebody who's overhearing the conversation somehow, or watching us fight on Facebook or wherever we're fighting. But I'm not going to convince you. My defensiveness is just going to look like guilt. It's going to, in your brain, it's going to cement that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's lying, or whatever else that you think is true about me. At church recently, we've been doing a series called Put the Hammer Down, and we talked about how if you panic, you tend to just pick up the first thing that you ever see, whatever's nearby. And if you ever see somebody using a hammer like this in a fight, it's not because that's the most useful or efficient weapon. That's what they saw. That's what they grabbed. My guess is that if you're fighting with somebody today, chances are you're a human being, and so that means you're fighting with tools that aren't going to work. I encourage you to pray for them. I encourage you to really listen. Maybe they're right about something, even if they're wrong about some of the details. Maybe they're wrong about you and some details about you, but you could still learn something from the conversation. Instead of just rushing in, picking up whatever ammunition you can find nearby and just wading into the fight. See what you can do to turn the other cheek and listen for a little bit. Pray about it. Maybe actually have a chance of making a difference. That's my encouragement to you today.